Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason. If you're not aware, then we live on a basic half-acre property here in Southwest Ohio. We only use our backyard to do all of our food growing and chicken rearing adventures. So we do plant in small spaces. Okay, we take advantage of every kind of gardening way possible. We do some vertical gardening, some container gardening, some vertical container gardening, in-ground raised beds. Okay, things of that nature, right? It's because we have to use our space wisely. So we cut our teeth on patio gardening essentially at our apartment before we moved here. And so this is kind of how we grow a lot of food, is in these containers, just like this, in a small space, right? And we just kind of want to talk about how much food can you really grow in a small space with container gardening. One of the main things that we do that's gotten some attention on YouTube is these potato harvest videos. We've done 2 of those last 2 years, and they've garnered some attention for us and helped grow our channel. And this is how we do them, in these grow bags, right? So this year we have 8 grow bags planted, and we've got a full boat of plants growing. I mean, these are nice plants. Look, I'm 6'2", 6'3", and they're going to be up to my waist already. So the plants are looking great. I need to fertilize them a little bit still, but they're doing wonderful. And again, it's a great way to grow potatoes in a container. Back here behind me we have raspberries. So there's 2 raspberries in each one of these 15-gallon grow bags. We only did that to save the raspberries that we bought, the plants that we bought, because they were in the ground. Recently did a video about tearing them out and redoing it because they were overtaking everything. But we didn't want to lose those raspberry plants that we bought, and they are delicious raspberries. We just wanted to keep them contained so they didn't go crazy. Well, these 2 grow bags are showing you that you can keep them contained. Here we have a grow bag full of some zucchini. Okay, this is a bush variety zucchini meant for container gardening, and Angela wanted to put some in there, so we put 3 in here. Eggplants right here, 2 eggplants. Okay, obviously there's a lot you can grow in a small space, and this is a really small space. People have patios this size. It would be a large patio, but you can grow a lot. Look behind me right here. We've got 6 10-gallon grow bags with tomato plants in them that are doing wonderful, and then a 15-gallon grow bag with 2 Roma tomato plants in it. Absolutely wonderful. We have 8 tomato plants, separated, perfectly spaced, growing fabulously in this little spot right here. Okay, don't ever believe that you can't garden because you don't have enough land. If you have just a little bit of space, you can grow a whole lot of food. And gardening in grow bags is really one main way we do this. I mean, here we've got 6 25-gallon grow bags that have they each have 4 sweet potato plants in them. Now they're just getting started, just getting established, but they're going to grow really, really well. Quite a few. Look at that. So now, yes, it does take a lot of soil. You got to buy a lot of bagged soil, make a lot of compost, things of that nature. But it is worth it, and you don't lose it, and you can just pile it up and compost in it and keep it for the next year and reuse it, right? So that way it's a one-time investment and you keep reusing it. Maybe you gotta buy more each year, but not as much as you would have to buy if you had to buy fresh. We even have 3 blueberry bushes growing in grow bags. We planted them in 25-gallon grow bags as well. Here, here, and here. See, there's an ability to grow a lot of different things in grow bags, and the grow bags you can just push up together and space as tightly as possible, because the roots aren't gonna interfere with each other because the grow bag's separated, right? That's part of the problem in ground, and why you need space in ground is because you have to separate out so the roots don't run into each other and smother each other out. Well, the grow bags, there's already separation there, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, granted, I mean, like, their tops could still smother each other out, I guess, a little bit, kind of fall on each other, which we've had, by the way. Sometimes these potato plants have fell over, and the sweet potatoes have ran into another bag. That's why we got them separated out this time a little bit better. So they'll grow into that, kind of latch onto that soil, and okay, sure, but you can still get a lot growing. Even these pepper plants right here are growing really well. We have 6 pepper plants. We put 2 in each grow bag. These are 15-gallon grow bags. Pepper plants do really well if they're kind of crowded just a little bit, because whatever it is, they do really well in a pair crowded. Just how it is. So these are there's 2 Shishitos, 2 Nadapenos, and 2 Ashe County Pimentos. Okay, so these varieties do really well in these grow bags as well. Now, grow bags is the only form of container gardening that we do. We also grow in green stalks, right? Here's a green stalk that we planted. It's on a spinner, and so it's a 5-tier. It's got 30 planting pockets in it. Okay, and we did this one. Here's a bush variety of tomato. It's a short one. It's called Draining Kiss. We got seeds from In My Gardener. Those do really well. They stay short, stocky, and produce large cherry tomatoes. We put one of those in 2 different layers. So here's one, here's the other one. They're doing really well. Good thick stalks. We'll spin through here. Here's another one of those bush variety zucchinis right there. And there's one on the next row right here, and one right here. So basically the way we planted this one was, it's 30 pockets. There's 1 pocket on each layer of a bigger plant. So there's 1 zucchini on 3 different layers and 1 tomato on 2 different layers. And everything else has got, these are Landreth bush bean seeds in them. So we put three seeds per pocket. And like that, you see, you may not feel like you can grow a lot of beans in a green stalk because it's a container. You're like, well, that's not as many beans as I want to grow. If you grow the right varieties of beans, then you can grow a lot in a green stalk. Like if you just want to plant 1 full, then it would be like, so you get 90, we put 3 seeds in each pocket, so it'd be 90 seeds, which if you plant them 2 inches apart, which people suggest to do further in a raised bed container variety, medium, just a couple inches is pretty good. So that's like 90 seeds in a green stalk. So that's the equivalent of a 15-foot row. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. And like this one here, okay, this top one, we got top 2 rows are cucumbers, and everything else is Landreth bush beans again. So a lot of beans still there. So it's we've got, 75 bean seeds in that one. This one we got, let's see, 18, 36, 54. So that's 129 bean seeds just like that. We're going to buy another one too, by the way, just to let you know. There's a brand new color of green stalk. It's called Glacier Blue. It's probably the most gorgeous color they've done. So we're going to wind up buying one. And they're having a sale right now, by the way. That's the only reason we're doing it. So there's a sale on that color right now until June 20th. That you can get that color at a really good price. It's the first time I've offered that color. It's amazing. Hopefully Angela can get a picture of that color up here somewhere, because that's stinking awesome. We're gonna wind up buying one and planting it full of beans, most likely, because you can grow more than just 1 season in it. It's really easy to fall garden and early spring garden in a green stalk as well. So that's why we're doing it. It just provides so much flexibility for us. And by the way, so if you want to do that, we have a code, link and code in the description. Use that link, use our code ART10. You get $10 off of that purchase. So it helps. If something's on sale, you can get it for $10 less. It is an affiliate code, because we believe in their products so much that we're affiliates with them. But like here, all this kale, like we've harvested a ton of kale off of this, kale salad and kale pizza and things like that. So a ton of kale, still growing well. And this Swiss chard, it's something amazing. We love Swiss chard. And this growing some beautiful Swiss chard. So this is, again, 30 plant, or actually more than that. There's 30 plant spots. There's 30, 60, 90 up there, 90 up there. Right, that's a lot. Ooh, well, Angela also has herbs. Let me show you the herbs that she's growing in this green stalk. So you can get a ton of plants in a small space with the proper containers. Here's this herb green stalk. This is the 5-tier leaf version. It's parsley on top, opal basil here, slow bolt cilantro, opal basil, slow bolt cilantro. It's growing really well. But container gardening's always been a thing for us. Again, we started container gardening before we ever moved to this property, and it's become so beneficial to us. And it provides so much flexibility and the ease of container gardening, by the way, without you know, weeds to pull and things of that nature. And we still have our in-ground garden, and we still do some raised beds. But the container garden will always be part of what we do. Even if we happen to get to a bigger property, we're still gonna wind up container gardening because the ease of it, flexibility it provides, and it's stinking productive. Here's our broccoli that we planted in a 3-tier green stalk. It's still going strong. It's trying to produce. There's 18, maybe probably less than that. Our chickens got a hold of a couple of them, but this one right here is trying to produce a head. See, look at that. So it's getting started. So it's getting ready to produce, hopefully to produce plenty of broccoli for us, because we've never done it in a green stalk. We just thought it made sense if we can keep it all in a contained area, one spot that we didn't have to move out. So we'll see how it goes, but it looks like it's doing really good. But the container garden should be a part of anybody's garden. So productive, so worthwhile. So that's it. Again, container gardening is amazing. Grow a lot in there. That's a small space, y'all. This whole circle used to be where an above ground pool was at when we bought the house. So it was like 25 foot wide. So this whole circle is 25 foot wide. Okay, and you see the fruit trees, by the way, which I didn't talk about the fruit trees, but we plant fruit trees in muck buckets, so containers again. But, and you know, there's still a project, but they are growing. Especially fig trees. Fig trees in muck buckets is really good. But obviously, look, it's not a huge space, 25 foot diameter, and we've got a ton, and actually could put more in there. The reality of it is, but that's all we've got in there, and it's so productive, so beneficial, so worth our time and our effort and the investment. So thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. This is Art of Creation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.